How do engineers transmit electricity across hundreds of kilometers from power plants to our homes? One device is at the center of such a feat, but how could a device be so critical to the electrical distribution system and have not even one moving part? One of the main reasons we have been using alternating current virtually worldwide to supply homes and the industry with electricity is because it could be easily generated and transformed into high voltage before being distributed across countries. Stepping up the voltage with a relatively low current and maintaining the same power help to reduce losses over large distances. This entire process is thanks in part to the voltage transformer. By the principle of electromagnetic induction, transformers are able to change the voltage and current of a circuit without affecting its frequency and power. Imagine a long, hollow coil of copper wire. If electrical current is supplied to it, a strong magnetic field will be created inside the coil. The lines run through the coil in a particular direction, depending on the direction of the current. By the way, if you're ever asked to determine the direction of the magnetic field in an exam, simply use the right-hand grip rule. Curl your hands with the flow of the electrons through the wire, and the thumb will indicate the flow of the magnetic field. A typical single-phase voltage transformer consists of two of these electrical coils of wire wound separately around an iron core. The coils are called the primary and secondary coils. Now, the primary coil usually supplies electrical power to the transformer, while the secondary coil delivers power to the load. Depending on the type of transformer, either step up or step down, I'll explain the difference in just a sec, one coil will have more turns of wire than the latter. The iron core is not a solid block of iron, rather a series of thin sheets or laminations. To reduce the core's magnetic losses, the coils are physically separated, however they are electrically connected through the iron core. When an electric current is passed through the primary coil, a magnetic field is developed, inducing a voltage in the secondary coil, which must be connected to a load to close the loop, allowing the current to flow. The strength of the magnetic field is dependent on the strength of the current and the number of turns in the primary coil. Thus, the strength of the magnetic field is directly proportional to the current. Now, the output voltage across the load is determined by the ratio between the number of coil turns in the primary and secondary coils, and that same turns ratio is directly proportional to the voltage ratio. Now, there are mainly two types of transformers, either step up or step down. Now, step-up transformers increase the voltage in the secondary coil, so the number of turns in the secondary is greater than the number of turns in the primary. Step-down transformers decrease the voltage, thus the number of turns in the secondary winding is smaller than that in the primary. For example, let's say a voltage transformer has 1500 turns in the primary coil and 500 turns in the secondary coil. Thus, the turns ratio will be 3:1, meaning that for every turn in the secondary coil, there are 3 turns in the primary. This transformer will be a step-down transformer, and we could easily determine the output voltage if we assume that the voltage in the primary coil is 240 volts. Hence, with a ratio of 3:1, the resultant secondary voltage is 80 volts. The power rating of a transformer is determined by multiplying the voltage and the current, obtaining a rating in volt amperes. Now you may ask, well, which current and voltage do you use to determine the power rating? Well, put simply, as we step up or step down the voltage, the opposite will happen to the current, balancing out the power equation. This is also because transformers maintain a constant frequency between the primary and secondary coils in the ideal world. However, in the real world, there are some small losses that occur between the two coils, mainly copper losses, which are dissipated as heat. Thus, a slight reduction in power is relatively normal. Now, the difference between the primary power and secondary power is the efficiency, determined by this equation, which for most transformers is anywhere between 94 and 98%. Transformers are used virtually all across the electrical power system. From the power plant, transformers step up the voltage, reducing losses across the miles of high voltage transmission lines to cities. Once there, step-down transformers reduce the voltage, mostly in stages, down to 240 volts, before it is distributed to households and the industry. Speaking of power plants, do you know the full story behind the Chernobyl nuclear power plant disaster? Well, if you don't, I highly recommend this video where we explain in detail the sequence of events that led to this disaster. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.